Yeah, that's right.
But the college as a whole is not mentioned as much as we would have anticipated it would be. And James is as well. And we were wondering whether that's because they're unimaginable without each other, or is there a bigger divide than people think?
No, they.
Kind of
It's like
interesting.
mommy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
you
mommy
take it for
thing.
granted, and that's kind of the assumption we came up with.
I think that's right. Because the railroads are mentioned, have a lot more pages mentioned. But Randolph Macon College isn't. But all the professors, all the old professors, Dr. Blackwell is
the
in
college
here.
as a college identity isn't because it's there.
It's part of us.
Like,
it's
you
us.
have a front door, big deal. You don't talk about it.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean,
yes.
But everybody knows that's where you go.
Now that would be my reading of it. It's just too much a part of us.
Right. And the one thing that we didn't see was in many town-gown relations, there's extraordinary contention.
Yeah, no,
and pressures, and we haven't really run across that.
It's
There's some here and there.
It's that love-hate sort of thing. It's like tensions that are healthy in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, if you need to have that because everybody has a different point of view.
Yeah.
Or if you don't have the tensions, that means you're not talking.
Right. And when I was looking up the census figures, too, was that, essentially when school's in session, 1 in 6 people in the boundaries of Ashland is a college student. That's a lot of economic power.
It sure is.
And that really skews the age numbers.
Oh, yeah, because we would be a lot older if we weren't.
Yeah.
The downtown businesses have always said, how can we get the college kids on campus? And it used to be that we had bars, but of course you can't do that anymore. The kind of clothes that college students wear, we don't sell. The kind of restaurants like Iron Horse, they're not going to come to the Iron Horse. The pub was good. Wish that hadn't died.
Oh, we really need a pub in Ashland. There needs to be a pub in Ashland. But with the drinking age at 21,
it makes it hard.
Mm-mm.
And the Ashland Coffee and Tea has been good because it is like a pub. But it is coffee and tea.
Yeah.
I mean, that's in its name. Yeah. But that's been a real good, in terms of, if you ask me to talk about businesses that have had an effect, Iron Horse, McKinney and Company, Ashland Coffee and Tea, those have had and Cross Brothers, have had a more effect than Walmart has had on us, I think. Yeah. So I'm trying to think. And the college. But of course, the college, like I say, still, at one time it was a huge employer. I bet it still is.
Oh, yeah.
We've been trying to attract more business. I mean, more business that would require an educated staff instead of
Walmart.
Walmart, yeah. Or we have too much retail.
Yeah.
Highway retail. And that's all minimum wage. Not even skilled. So, anyway.
And it's kind of interesting because even our students don't really work at that retail.
No.
So
why would they?
They're getting it from Caroline and from, rural Hanover and King William, which is where I live.
Yeah.
Those are the people who are working at those interstate strip stuff, not our students, which is
and not our people.
Or residents.
Yeah. So Walmart's thing was, we're going to bring jobs. And it's like jobs for other people, not jobs for us. Right. We need, the thing we have, John Newell pushed that all the time. The thing we need are jobs for an educated or skilled workforce, which we have. But everybody has to commute to Richmond or someplace else. And spouses of the college people in the town, you have to commute.
Yeah.
So it would be really nice to have more Philip Morris's or Altria offices down here. So let's see.
Well, and Ashland doesn't, the price of real estate in Ashland is too high for the lower end wages.
Yes.
I was in Ashland, and I couldn't afford anything I would choose to live in. I wanted space.
Yes.
I didn't want one of those dinky little
cottage
1950s
places.
Ranches.
Oh, no.
And I just didn't, I wanted land. I wanted space. And that just was not an option in Ashland. It was so
I mean,
overinflated price-wise.
You could buy it, but you would pay a ridiculous price. Yeah. And what I wanted was 1930s or earlier house.
Exactly. That's what I would have been interested in Ashland.
Oh, you would have liked...
I live in a new house now, but...
You would have liked Maple Street.
I grew up in old houses. I grew up in very old houses. My parents are in the process of hoping, God, someday to sell their 1806 Greek Revival in Vermont.
Oh.
Gorgeous house, but there's no market up there.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it's got its 1930s pantry. It's got its, actually it's earlier than 30s, but it's, it's got, it's great if I could only move it here. But...
Oh, we don't have those things here.
I can afford an old house down here because there's so few left that are good.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
So
that's right. There's a lot of them.
Termites didn't get.
A lot of them up there.
Yeah.
We lived up there long enough that you could go into these little towns like Ashland. All the houses had a plaque on them.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to know what dates they were.
Oh, yeah. And
it was an education in itself because then you could see a house that didn't have a plaque on it and recognize that it was old.
Yeah.
I mean, just zillions of towns with existing. And that just doesn't happen in Virginia. That's why we're unusual.
Yeah, Ashland has a lot more older homes than most towns in Virginia have left.
That's right. And all right next to each other.
Particularly towns that weren't historically terribly wealthy.
Yeah, because we weren't terribly wealthy. Yeah. We had a few people, but...
Yeah.
We're good.
It's a neat town.
Yes. I wish you could live here.
I can't afford to live here
I know.
unless I had a dinky little house I would hate.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually have a new house, but I have 5 acres that are I can garden my little heart out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Trade-offs.
On Maple Street, there was a vacant lot next door, and they let us garden in that. So we had about 2 acres. But in our old age, my husband would put tomatoes all over everything. Our entire yard would be tomatoes. Where we are now. All right.
So thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. This was fun.